See, when I do the countdown, I get in trouble. I'm sitting here with my countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the FBI comes knocking at my door.
What is it you pray for?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 155th episode of Abyssal Musings. My name is Sammy the Infamous. Joining me, as always, is my partner and co-host, Lawrence Knight.
What up, Nick? I mean, people.
What up, my ninjas?
Off to a great start.
There's
Right.
a lady present on the panel.
Yeah, it's never stopped you before.
It
Speaking
stopped
of
me.
which,
It's never stopped you.
very little stops me. That's true. Speaking of which, welcome back to the panel, Aaron, Laura.
Thanks for having me, guys. Good to be here.
Indeed.
You're welcome.
And as always, we've got Abe's.
Yo, what's going on?
Well,
Thanks
it's
for
a little
having me.
iffy now.
I wasn't expecting to be here, so yeah.
All right, glad you made it.
Cheers.
All right, folks. So we're back. I gotta get this off my chest because I think it's fucking hilarious. The other day, right? I've gotten a little bit simplistic in my description boxes for the game streams lately, just because I've just been in a hurry and I'm like, I don't want to type out a whole long thing. I didn't memorize any of the bad guys' names, whatever. And I think the other night I just put in "What up, my ninjas," and that was it. Because it's a game about ninjas.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Anyway, that said,
What is it, Ninja
It's
Gaiden?
legit.
right? No, I'm playing Sekiro.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
That's right. The idiots die twice or something like that.
Shadows Die Twice. Yeah, it's
It's an old one, but a good one.
yeah.
Man
it's,
ninjas.
it's rough, but I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun.
You like it rough.
I do kind of, yeah, on occasion.
Yeah.
So I would like to point out here that I am not the one making all the sex jokes tonight. That's not on me.
It is on you. You're the inspiration behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's certainly not Aaron Laura's fault.
yeah, sex jokes just happen when I'm
It
in the
will.
room.
It will never be my fault.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
I didn't say shit.
I know there are several live streams up with live chat replays that can prove you wrong on that. I'm just saying.
AI is a real thing. Anything that shows me saying anything remotely to what you're saying has been doctored by you through AI.
By
Yeah.
me.
Sounds pretty legit.
Luke,
the guy
Luke
who's
Astley
been
would vouch for me.
yeah, Luke Castley, I think would give me the benefit of the doubt. She's my
I don't
favorite
think so. I don't think so.
kid. So I don't know. I don't think that would be me. That doesn't sound like me. I'm not I don't use AI for a lot of things besides trying to piss off the robot overlords. So,
Yeah.
That still counts as use.
Yeah.
so anyhow, before we get too much further in, I'm going to say hello to the chat, and then we can get on with the rest of the show. First up, we've got Mr. Beak in the chat. I see that it's doing that idiotic thing where it's showing
Yep.
your ats and not your user handles. That's I don't know how to fix that. Sorry about that. That's a YouTube thing. It's really stupid, but it is what it
hate
is. Yeah, I will be trying to do something about that if I can. But yeah, I didn't.
I don't.
didn't even
Yeah, I don't
notice.
know if you can.
So it hadn't happened across the board. I know it happened on Static 2020's channel like weeks ago, and it's been that way ever since over there. But it hadn't reached over here yet until apparently now. So there's that. We also have Kohai Masochist in chat. Howdy, good to see you. Stopping by to say hello while she leaves us flailing in the dark, all alone, just floating into nothing. Old Blindy, good to see you, my man. Welcome in. We got Jacob Gallo with us. Zillage, howdy. We've got, let's see, scrolling down, we've got old Aaron Laura's also in the chat as well as on panel. And I think that's everybody so far. Did I miss Jacob Gallo? If I did, I'm sorry, and hi. So here we are. Welcome in. Larry, what do we got?
Oh boy. So we today are going to take a little trip. Um, doggone it. Okay, first of all, so things are already already starting off wrong because I wanted to show a video of oh man, I've got to find this video. But it's a video of a guy dressed up like a cone, and he tried to play a practical joke, and he did it to the wrong person.
Dressed up as a cone.
Yeah, he did. Eh, let me see. Let me see if I can find it.
Like a waffle cone or a traffic cone?
A traffic cone.
Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, that makes a big difference, I think.
That's a big traffic cone.
Everything about that seems like a monumentally stupid idea.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Um,
I mean,
that-
best case scenario, you divert traffic and everybody's annoyed with you. Worst case, they are drunk and they run you over.
Now, if he'd have been an upside down ice cream cone, that would have been very different.
and guess
A
what?
little more, yeah.
I found it. I found it.
Ooh,
Isn't that lovely? It was like
that's
that.
delightful.
The Marvin the Martian. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so before we get into anything,
Isn't that lovely?
God damn it.
so here's the guy doing all the pranks. I think this is the one. I think
What the fuck? What the fuck you guys doing?
Okay, now.
It's only a
he kicked the mess out of him. Let's see if they. Oh, nope.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know, man. Pranks these
That's a
days
bit
are
silly.
a really bad fucking idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are way too jumpy now.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I miss the pranks from circa like 2017 through 2019 because those were the pranks that got people in trouble. Those were the pranks that created the the laws and stuff that people can't do what they're now doing. Like the clowns.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know, man. I used to watch a little Impractical Jokers once in a while before, all the shit happened. But
Well, I mean,
the-
Practical Jokers is.
I mean, but it's essentially that, but it's like scripted and they've got safety personnel there in case anything goes actually wrong, kind of thing. But I watched that on occasion when I had nothing else to do, late nights at the hospital or whatever. But
Late nights at the hospital.
yeah, I used to work at a hospital. You knew that.
I forgot all about that. I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about something else. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I worked at a hospital
No.
years ago, and sometimes when there was nothing to do, I'd sit in the break room and I'd watch TV, and usually that was the only
It
thing that was
wasn't-
on at 3:00 in the morning. So
It wasn't. It was a mental ward, and he was a patient.
it wasn't actually. It was
He
a
just
surgery ward.
believed he worked there.
It was a surgery ward. I was the guy responsible for cleaning up all of the guts and disease.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. But yeah, no, if everything was, good to go and ready to rock, and I had nothing else going on. Yeah, I'd sit in there and I'd watch TV. But at 3:00 in the morning, because I worked overnights, there wasn't much else on besides Impractical Jokers and maybe a movie on fucking UPN or something. Well, not UPN. UPN was defunct by then, but you get what I'm saying. But beyond that, I never really got into the whole prank thing, right? We played pranks on each other in my friend group when I was a teenager, but that's as far as I ever got into that shit. I don't really understand it. And especially a lot of the stuff out there, like this guy was just putting himself in a position to like scare people or whatever, and it was backfiring on him on occasion. And that's one thing, but like there's a lot of that shit out there is just really mean-spirited.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't find that particularly entertaining myself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Larry's shown us quite a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna check this out. So Jacob Gallo is telling Zillage that Angry Snowman is the funniest. Angry Snowman is funny, but not like Nixar. Nixar, man, this dude, his Halloween pranks are off the chain. So he has these stilts, right? He dressed himself up. It's like like a whole full um outfit, like leaves, right? And he put a pumpkin on his head, and he just walked out. And man, the yeah, Nick's it's Nick's with Bassar with a X. Um, those girls took off running. He's always scaring people, but just the responses that those ladies, the poor ladies, man, it's bad.
Yeah. Oh, bloody no, I was not a doctor. I
Mm.
scrubbed blood off of walls and ceilings and equipment and shit. One of these days I'll post some pictures that I don't think I can post them on YouTube. I might post them on Twitter because there's quite a lot of blood in them. So
Yeah, just claim it's paint.
it's not. There's chunks.
Oh,
Claim it's
Well, that's
papier
good.
mâché.
Some of it's bone.
Okay, animal bones.
It's in a surgery room and it's in an operating room.
In a veterinary clinic.
It's all chicken. It's all chicken.
I mean,
you know,
it's all chicken.
if it
if,
helps,
if you
these-
if you can
these
be in a
chicken went-
kitchen,
if it helps, it was mostly appendectomies and like tibial rottings and shit. That doesn't.
Oh,
help
well, that
at
makes
all.
it all the better.
It
Yeah.
really doesn't. Like
Mm.
there were other much worse things that came through there, but yeah, tibial rotting is nothing to sneeze at. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
it's,
I
it's
can
it's
surmise.
it's in your leg.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically they.
Bone in it.
So, if you're familiar with construction tools at all, a whole hog is a very, very large drill bit that you put through a 2x4 to make big holes for like running wires or pipe through, right?
Hmm.
So they use something very similar to drill a lengthwise hole in your tibia, which is the big bone in your leg, in
Hell
the
yeah.
top part of your leg,
Oh yeah.
all the way through, and then they insert a titanium steel rod, right? And it's ultimately better for you because if your bones having problems to that point, you need something to stabilize it. But the process of doing it makes a mess.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly looking when it happens. I've watched a few of them.
Yeah.
Well,
Good times.
I think I'm sufficiently grossed out.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so on to tonight. So as you guys know, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna do something else first before we get into it. But tonight is Eerie Adventures Night, and so we are boarding the plane and we are taking a flight down to Mario, Louisiana.
What's up, Lepo? Welcome in.
So at first I was thinking I was gonna make it, about New Orleans, but when you think about it, that whole doggone state's haunted. Why limit it to one city?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's just a general question.
Oh, I thought there was like a punchline coming.
No, no, I was just like,
Okay.
I just figured. You guys have to excuse me. I'm still multitasking. I'm looking for something, but I just figured, why limit it to just the city when there's paranormal stuff going on throughout that state? And I think that is the way I'm going to push it from now on. Where is my dice? Sam, what did you do with my dice, dude?
I traded them for cigarettes.
Rookie move.
You caught me.
He traded them for 3 magic beans.
Yeah, and up those magic beans grew a stalk, at the top of which was a loaded treasure that a very tall guy was real unhappy about me taking, but I did give away. And then I was able to buy a lot of cigarettes.
A
Who
really
taught you to
tall-
do that? I got it from you, Dad.
A really tall and a really bearded devil. Man, why did you do that for, man? Sam. All right. So tonight, before we get started with the festivities, we are going to roll for Monsters Ball. This time, we are going to the real serial killers list. And so Edward Kemper and Charles Manson is off the list.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll. Roll, baby, roll. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I rolled a number 2.
I mean, I did a number 2.
Mm.
I knew you were going to say that.
What? You don't have a monopoly on the poop jokes?
me and my mates used to call going for a piss a Will Riker.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Make it so.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. The next Monsters Ball event will be the number 2 seed versus the number 4 seed.
Don't keep us in suspense.
Aaron knows who that is, don't you, Aaron?
Can you repeat that? Because it sounded like you were saying numbers on a grid.
Sorry. The next bout, the next fight for Monsters Ball will be the number 2 seeded person versus the number 4 seeded person.
Okay. And who are those? I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Man, I am scatterbrained tonight. So
I'm going to make my move. I'm going to move a pawn from B2 to B4.
You suck my
you were playing
battleship.
Battleship, right?
Is it just me that's missing something?
Say that again, Aaron.
Is that just me that's missing something here? Is Larry
No.
trying to confuse me?
No, Larry's fucking with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does that. You get used to it.
Nobody gets
He's doing his
to
Larry
Aaron, though,
business.
Aaron. So no. So the next fight will be Richard Ramirez versus Ted Bundy.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I know who's going to win that one. My money's on Richard Ramirez, but we'll see.
Maybe.
You think so?
I think this is a more even fight than the last time we had real guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see, but because I'm not sure.
What the hell does this mean?
Larry's Larrying.
And he's got that face from that's one of those faces from Escape the Backrooms.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Alrighty. So as I said, tonight we are starting in Mario, Louisiana. And of course, I've got some videos for you guys, and we've got some some articles that we're gonna read out. But we're gonna start with, it's gonna go like this. So we have some videos, right? The opening videos about Louisiana itself. We've got a couple of articles. Then we've got haunted roads, and then we have some information and materials on a local cryptid in the area. Let's start off.
The French Quarter of New Orleans is one of the most haunted places in the entire world. But one does not have to be out late at night, lurking in the shadows, to encounter a ghost. Ghosts walk amongst us in broad daylight, and you...
Okay, I can't take this guy seriously, dude.
Yeah.
He's
Mhm.
and didn't even realize they were ghosts. So I came out to the French Quarter with a modified spectral analyzer on my phone. And this is what the camera picked up. Look, Right there. That is a pair of ghosts from the 18th century. Freeze! That feather on a purple
All
swan
right, now it makes
that
sense.
went extinct in the 1860s. Now, this
It's all
bro
making
right
sense.
here has been determined to be Sal Cusimano, a nightclub owner who died in 1951. Here are the ghosts of two old ladies. Freeze! Now, you see that tight perm that lady has on her head right there? That is what's called an Eleanor perm because it was worn primarily by women named Eleanor in the 1900s. And that
Yep.
style of perm mostly died out in the 1970s. Here's another one walking down Royal Street, right there. This woman was wearing fashion popular in the 1840s. Freeze! And there's the dead giveaway. That is a debarked cypress cane that was produced in 1846
With the
by a
rubber tip.
walking cane store that
Mhm.
used to be on Charter Street. And then here I am again on Royal Street in the French Quarter by the Rouses, and I spotted the ghost of a Knight of Templar right there. Freeze! Now, these knights
Whoa.
immigrated to New Orleans from England in the 1840s and primarily worked as bouncers at rowdy saloons in the French Quarter. Maybe you have
None of that
encountered
is
a ghost
true.
yourself and never even realized.
Okay.
This guy's trolling. This guy's trolling hard.
It'd be funny. He just walks up to someone and go, "This is Jordan. He's not going to die for another 40 years, but here he is."
As a ghost.
I think he
As
did
a
it.
ghost of the
I
past.
think he did it in a separate video. I'm about to find out who this guy is.
That's so fucking silly. That thing about the Templars was completely wrong on every
Of course
level.
it was. Nobody with a brain believes that.
Mhm.
Like, it's not just the
I
immigrating part. They didn't come from England either.
No.
folks are going to believe it, though. At least 250,000 people believe that right now from this video.
Probably, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Damn it.
But hey,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't talk sense to everybody. All right, here's the next one.
Yes. Let's talk about vampires because what the
There's been a TikTok.
Katie and Dana, I'm so happy that you guys are talking about real vampires. I have tea. I'm going to tell you about how I met real vampires and also about a crazy story where I was being fed on. Yeah, for those of you who don't know,
That's called a kink
I'm
man.
investigator. I also do a lot of research regarding the paranormal and folklore and cryptids. And about a year ago, I posted a video about my research on real vampires. The video wound up going viral, and real vampires wound up watching my video and reaching out to me.
I promise you that didn't
This
happen.
video about real vampires and me meeting real vampires. I also wound up meeting Ben Alan Kush, the owner of a paranormal production company, New Blood Universe, who I now work with. New Blood Universe has a docuseries coming out about real vampires, so make sure you're following their socials if you're interested. New Blood Universe is also producing a show that me and my best friend Danelle are doing called The Curious Crypt. It's a paranormal investigation show. For the show, in March 2024, Danelle and I packed our bags and headed to New Orleans to do some investigations. While we were there, we wound up going into a vampire bar. Had to get a password to go in there. It was very secretive. Go to New Blood Universe to see the full story on it because we just posted it there.
We see this like candelabra, and this man looked like a vampire.
He looked like a straight up vampire.
We know we're gonna meet with a specific vampire who is considered an elder. I right off the bat did not like him. Like I had a weird feeling about him.
And
He's got to be the dumbest bitches alive.
Okay, you do realize that what they're describing is a part in the first Blade movie, right? It's exactly what Blade did.
Yeah.
Fair, to be honest. I met him. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go get drinks. So I was inside while you had this whole conversation with him where he fed on people.
Yeah.
Who are right in the street in front of you.
Yes. They would start to like almost look like disoriented.
But basically, I wound up meeting a blue-haired Colin Robinson. I don't know if you've seen What We Do in the Shadows, but Colin Robinson is an energy vampire, and I met him. And he comes in a form of a female who literally sucked the life out of me. In my defense, I was like, this girl has blue hair. She's part of a LARPing group, and I'm a nerd. She's probably going to be really cool to talk to. So Danelle and I go to talk to her. And let me tell you, out of all of the things that we could talk about, she talks about the public policy of her LARPing group. I don't even know how long she talked for, but I felt like every ounce of my life was drained from me. I was so bored I could have slept for 10 years. Not only have I spoken with real vampires in length to get all of the information I could, but I'm also really good
I'm starting to
friends
wish
with
my
a lot
internet
of
was
real
still down.
vampires. I promise you, they're not all bad. Just like humans in general, humans can be good, humans can be bad, we can be morally gray, we can be somewhere in between, and that's pretty much where anything with will and forethought and all of those things land. They can be good, bad, somewhere in between. If you are into the supernatural, folklore, cryptids, the paranormal, and real vampires, and the Fae, gotta mention them because I love them, make sure you're following me. Make sure you're following New Blood Universe because things are about to get weird.
You believe in vampires?
The only thing weird is
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know what to say about that other than
Oh, I have so much to say about that.
Bro, I got fucking AIDS from listening to that.
all right, first of all, if she ran into any real vampires and she started talking like that, they're not gonna bother. They're not gonna bother.
This blood isn't worth savoring.
Everything about that is from fucking pop culture. Every damn thing about it. It's got nothing to do with actual vampire lore. Even if there were such things, they wouldn't be in any way like, fucking Blade or Anne Rice or even Bram Stoker portrayed them as. They're not like that.
Yeah.
They're fucking corpses that are reanimated by blood-sucking demons, for crying out loud. And most of them are feral. So, like, they'd just eat her face, man. That's all that would happen. if they
can't even get the fictional ones right.
Oh man, I mean the energy vampire shit, the Colin Robinson shit, that was funny because those people are real. They're not immortal, but they do suck the life out of you by droning on and on about fucking tax reform,
or about vampires just now.
Yeah.
But
she got transformed and she got turned into one of them. Doesn't even realize it.
And then at the end of the video, she brings up the fake. Historically, they kidnap children. Nobody knows what happens to those children. They're not good either.
Well, the vampires themselves went to work for Disney.
Yeah.
I thought they wouldn't work for Nickelodeon.
Hey, it's all part of the process.
I think they all left Nickelodeon because, Dan Schneider's foot fetish was a little too creepy even for them.
Aaron, did you ever hear about that?
That guy?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen some videos pop up in my feed on, like, YouTubers have talked about it. I don't watch any of those shows. I just watch, when they do documentaries like that.
Yeah, it's just the fact that he got away with that for decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nearly everything that Nickelodeon put out at that time, because he held such sway, is tainted with him.
Yeah. And I even found out, if you remember, if you watched that documentary, when I was a kid, I used to wonder why the logo for Nickelodeon was a foot. Because I remember I was like, why is the logo a foot all of a sudden? And I remember when I was a kid, I was like, what is this about? It was Dan Schneider. It was his idea. Anyway, moving on.
Of course.
Here's our next clip.
An Airbnb in New Orleans gives you a warning. Listen to it. We'll call her Kate. Kate was staying in town for a business meeting, so she said she was staying at this cute little Airbnb down around the French Quarter. She was alone. She didn't want to stay in hotels. She said she always kind of got the ick in hotels. She felt like they were more dangerous. So she goes to the Airbnb. She had the code to get in, and the host had left her a handwritten note that said, do whatever, just clean up after yourself. But then it also said, do not open the door after midnight for anyone. She thought that they were just trying to be funny because, of the nightlife that's down there. So she kind of didn't pay any mind to it. The first night, everything was fine. The second night at 12:45, she hears a knock at the door, just 3 little knocks. She said they weren't frantic or like loud or anything. They were just like polite, soft knocks. She goes to the door, she looks through the peephole, and she sees this gorgeous guy standing there. She said he was like so good looking. He was pale skin. He had dark hair, the
He didn't
most
smell rotten at all.
gorgeous eyes she'd ever seen. He says, "Hey, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I left my phone in here the other day." She was kind of weirded out a little bit because she knew she hadn't had any guests, but she thought maybe it was whoever stayed there before her, but she hadn't seen or heard a phone. He tells her, "Hey, I can tell you where it's at. You can go get it for me. You don't even have to let me in." Then he mumbled something that she didn't really hear. She couldn't hear through the door. So without thinking, she just cracked the door a little bit. That's when he winked and said, "Thank you. That's all I needed." Then left. Now, personally, this is where Kate loses me because she said it didn't really scare her because he was so good looking. Girl, so was Ted Bundy. She goes,
I mean, for a given value of good looking, I suppose for like, you know, mid 70s, early 80s, I guess. He had a shitty haircut like everybody else did, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even still, it's not like that's actually going to put women off.
To be fair, yeah, he got a lot of marriage proposals and shit while he was in prison waiting to be executed too. So there's that.
Yes.
Sure did. Aaron, Aaron, I don't even think you were alive yet.
Ugh, women. When did that happen? I was born in 80.
Yeah.
That was the 70s, wasn't it?
He was arrested the first time, I think, in 78, but he started killing, I think, in 74. And then he got out at some point between like 81 and 82, and they had to catch him again in 83. And they finally executed him. And I can't remember if it was 87 or 89, somewhere in there. Might have been 86, as a matter of fact. But yeah, he pretty much fast tracked because the way he got caught was he got pulled over for a fucking faulty taillight or some shit like that. And he was acting shifty. So they had him open the trunk, and there was his latest victim. You know, that's how he got caught because he didn't do his pre-drive checklist, frankly.
There you go, incompetence.
But I think by then he was getting sloppy though by then, if I remember correctly.
Well, yeah, I mean it was probably a matter of time, but like the reason he got caught had nothing to do with them like just figuring out, you know, all the clues and tracking him down or anything. He got pulled over on a routine traffic stop.
Wasn't the only reason why his execution was delayed because he kept promising to reveal where more victims were buried?
Part of, when he ran out of
and then at some point they just said,
well,
no,
he was bullshitting for that.
We're gonna kill you now.
Yeah, he was bullshitting for that. Or even if he wasn't, he never actually did give them any new information. So he claimed credit for more kills than they actually had on him. And it's possible that he did those. We don't actually know. A lot of those women, alleged victims, were never recovered. So
yeah,
you know, I think he claimed credit for something in the neighborhood of like 30 women, and they only had enough evidence for like 12. Something like that. But it is also a known fact that a lot of guys in prison will up their numbers just to, you know, make themselves sound more impressive.
And get themselves more years behind bars.
Yeah. So
who the fuck makes that, you know, sound more impressive?
To other inmates.
So it's a safety.
I killed 15 defenseless women, not 12.
Yeah, well, the idea is that you get, the scarier you are, the more they leave you alone, and the more power you hold in the prison hierarchy.
But the problem is, though, is that if you are a killer and you've been killing women or children, that won't work. That will make you a target.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Sure, it didn't in his case, but I think he was isolated for most of his stay in the pen.
Yeah.
But in Dahmer's case, it absolutely made him a target, and they fucking butchered that man.
If you really wanted to be scary, you go in prison and you say, I killed 100 men.
Yeah.
But guess where I went in them first? Yeah.
Not me.
Exactly. Right, you wouldn't have anyone fucking with you.
Next one.
Or everyone.
In Louisiana, you never drive down at night. Do you know why? Locals say something waits near the end of Angeline Road. Something that's been there ever since a traveling circus passed through in the late 1900s and vanished into the woods. In 2015, a group of explorers went looking for answers. They set up camp before dark, laughing off the warnings. But when one of them stepped a few feet away from the fire, just for a minute, everything changed. When he turned back, the fire was out. The tents were gone, and the woods had gone silent. He called a friend in a panic, saying, "If I don't come back, here's where I am." By morning, rangers found the campsite in ruins, but no trace of the man who made the call. To this day, no one knows what happened out there, or what might still be waiting at the edge of those trees. Click the link in bio to uncover the mystery behind your Louisiana last name.
Nah, we're good.
Crazier than this one.
Now, I saw there was another video on this one, and it was saying that when the cops got there, the guy wasn't there, but his friends were, and they were pieces of them were there. They were dead, and the cops were looking for him because they wanted to know when he made that phone call, why didn't he tell whoever he called that his friends were dead? So I'm thinking he went nuts, killed them all, and disappeared.
Maybe.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm
Or
not
maybe he
buying
said, "Listen,
Well, not
officer,
good.
I've killed 100 men. Do you know where I went first?"
That's all you, Abe. Instead,
Oh, yeah.
Stay away from me talking about you killed, man.
I can just see Abe when he gets into a serial killer arc, right? You guys ever see Repo the Genetic Opera?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
was
you
just about
know
to watch the last week, in fact.
the bit where Anthony Head just like rams his hand up that dead guy's rib cage and like uses his mouth like a puppet to sing along with him.
Oh, hell
I can
yeah.
totally see Abe doing that, but sticking his hand up the ass instead.
Hell yeah. Do it with both arms. I'll get a full-blown puppet show going. Don't worry about it.
Anthony Head was brutal in that movie, but my favorite character in that movie was the grave robber.
Yeah, he was. That was Terrence Dunich. That was the guy who actually wrote and directed everything too. Wrote all the songs, all that
Classic.
stuff. He also did a short film called "The Devil's Carnival," which is not terrible.
Yeah, he was.
You might even say it was good.
You could
No.
do that, but I hate Ivan Moody. So
I don't think good is something that is recognized on some scale of horror movies.
No. I think Repo is a good
Repo
movie,
it's a cult classic, man.
But
yeah, I know. Yeah,
I got issues with Ivan Moody of Five Finger Death Punch. He played the ringmaster in a Carnival of Souls or whatever the fuck it was called, and that was really off-putting for me.
Okay.
it's understandable.
So.
All right, next one.
It's riveting.
Larry?
Yes.
Fall
Nothing's
asleep?
happened.
Hey, what?
Nothing's happening.
Oh, snap. Hold on. Sorry about that.
There we go.
A Louisiana highway that doesn't exist on maps. There's a highway in Louisiana that people remember driving on, but it doesn't exist on any map. Some say it only appears at night. Others claim if you find yourself on it, you'll never reach your destination. And the strangest part? People have been reported missing, and the last place they were seen was this road. Drivers heading south on Highway 90 have reported an unmarked turnoff that wasn't there before. It leads to a long, empty stretch of road. No signs, no exits, no lights. One man drove for over an hour, only to end up back where he started with no memory of turning around. Another driver claims he passed the same gas station 5 times, but the clerk inside was always different. Some believe it's a natural glitch, a place where time folds in on itself. Others say it's a trap. And those who take the wrong turn? Some never find their way back. Pick a side. Would you take this road? Comment real if you think this is true or fake, if it's just a myth.
I think you're AI.
Yeah.
You know? And I think, look, there are weird places in the world where weird shit happens. This is true. When it talks about, oh, the strange thing is people have disappeared on this road. Well, first of all, in America, people have disappeared on nearly every road we have at some point, right? Like that's not an unusual thing in America. It sucks, but it isn't unusual. It's
You could be walking in a group of people and look behind you and a person has disappeared.
Yeah. In fact,
in a street, in a city.
It's probably easier to do that in a city than it is to do it in a country town.
Yeah.
You know, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's anything like, you know, spooky going on beyond the mortal. As far as the time loop shit,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's some weird shit out in the world, maybe, but I guess I'd have to drive down the road myself to find out, which I probably would do.
Yeah. Country road, take me home.
Well, that one had Blue Ridge Mountains, so it was prettier, but but yeah, no, I mean it's a thing that I don't know until it's 100% disproven. I'm not going to say it's not possible. I don't necessarily think that that's the case, but it, you know, I mean, it could be. Who knows?
You never know.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, the Bermuda Triangle is a thing. Weird shit happens there. You know.
Yeah, you know, I didn't realize that the Bermuda Triangle is so close to Florida. I thought it was like,
oh yeah,
way,
Florida's one of the
like,
corners.
yeah, I thought it was like way off, like deeper, farther, you know, like farther out in the ocean. When I saw it on the map, I was like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, it's I think goes from Bermuda to Florida to I forget what the third point is, but yeah, the Florida Keys. I think I don't remember which key it is, but one of the Florida Keys is like the third point. So yeah, it's I mean, it's still a pretty sizable space.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's pretty close.
And don't a lot of cruise ships have to go through the triangle, like Royal Caribbean?
Hey, just edge it.
Man, that's too dang close for my. That's too close for my.
Not wrong with a bit of edging.
Yeah, they just.
I'm not
edge
an
it.
edgelord.
And actually, a lot of people will go out into the triangle pretty regular. It's the disappearances are. I mean, while they happen and whatnot, they're not. It's not every single ship that or boat that ventures out into it that experiences weird shit. Some experience weird things and come right back. Some experience nothing. And you know, I mean, but
they're still missing.
Those islanders, they gotta eat, and the number one way to get food out there is to fish. So,
you
know, people are gonna end up straying into it, and a lot of them do come home. So it's not like it's everything out there. But yeah, weird shit happens out there, like the Marie Celeste, that kind of thing. The weird, unexplainable, what appeared to be ancient paved roads at the bottom of it. That's also weird. You know? And all that. But you know, and if weird things like that, I mean, there have been disappearances, like really, really famous disappearances all over the world for thousands of years. You know, just in the States alone, right? We had the entire Roanoke colony just gone, right? You know, there was Amelia Earhart was an American citizen. She was born in Kansas, actually just north of Kansas City. Now, she didn't disappear in America, but she is a famous disappearance connected to us. There was also a Chinese battalion, I think, during World War I that was marching on its way to the front, and 20,000 men just vanished, never heard from again. Nobody's ever heard hide nor hair of them. They never found any artifacts, nothing. They're just gone.
Wow.
Right? The fucking Mayans. It was an entire civilization, man. Just
gone.
You know, the only people that who were still around, who still shared like Mayan blood, were basically like outliers on the edges of that civilization. You know, and we're talking about something that happened so rapidly that when, you know, explorers went and, you know, dug up old ruins and stuff that had been overgrown, they found what appeared to be places set for dinner with food still on the plates. Like it was that fast.
Yeah.
You know, they found a similar thing actually in Roanoke.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Like almost like everybody either just got up and just said, "Oh, let's get out of here," and walked off.
Yeah.
Or something just came in and took them.
Yeah. And people talk about like the Mayans, they talk about like, you know, oh, well, you know, a lot of people get them and the Aztecs mixed up. They're actually two separate civilizations. The Aztecs built theirs on top of ancient Mayan shit. The Mayans disappeared like, before the time of Christ. So
yeah,
they disappeared in the BCs.
Like, I mean, they were gone for a long time before the Aztecs showed up. Right. The ruins that they left behind, like the Teotihuacan, is old even by Aztec standards.
Yeah, and we're still uncovering sites now that defying what we thought was previously established history.
Yeah. So and they were just civilization just gone, just vanished, left behind a bunch of shit. But unlike those poor Chinese bastards who left nothing behind.
They just took it with them.
So,
but see, it's like you said, man. I mean, things have gone on all over the place, and I mean that's why I picked Louisiana this time around, because I figured, that state is rich with history, and especially the French Quarter. And I was in New Orleans back in 2014. I was there for I think like 4 days, and I walked around. It's a great place, but the hair on the back of my head would stand up as soon as I left that hotel. It was just something about walking around the French Quarter at night. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
Larry, don't let those superstitious French bullshit beliefs get to you. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't believe him, Larry. You don't know that. Not for sure. Nobody really knows for sure.
Yeah.
Be terrified.
Like, Abe, have you been to New Orleans?
I have not, but it's French, so I have absolutely no fear of it.
It's only partially French, like a quarter of it.
French Creole,
Sam would love it.
They got voodoo
That's
and
too
everything.
French.
They got voodoo and everything up there, man.
He says up there like it's not in one of the southernmost points of the lower 48, whatever.
Like I said, I mean, it's a beautiful town, but there's something about the French Quarter. The food was great, the people were great, the music, everything was great. But boy, I'd be walking and I would just turn to look at an alley, and I'd be surrounded by a bunch of people, but then you look at an alley and it would be long, dark, and just desolate, like nothing there. And it's just creepy. That place
Well, it's one of the oldest parts of the state, is it not?
Yeah, well, it was there long before it was a state. I mean, it was one of the first major ports that was, and it at the time, like that part of the land belonged to the French. It was never part of the British Empire, right? And so they had a port city there long before most of the rest of the contiguous states were colonized.
Yeah, see, that's where they went wrong.
Yeah. But I mean, it's old. It's not the oldest. I don't think it's the oldest town in the United States, but it's up there. New York City's pretty old too.
Yeah.
Back when it was founded by the Dutch.
New Amsterdam.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, well, it was New Amsterdam.
Yeah, but New York City.
We landed and we're like,
almost 500
nice place.
years in one form or another. Yeah.
Yeah, nice place. Fuck New Amsterdam. We're gonna call it New York.
I mean,
what are you gonna do about it?
Not a lot.
A war?
Nobody wanted to say that.
No worries.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
All right,
so yeah.
One thing I do regret is I didn't go on a haunted tour, and I wish I did, because I was reading about the La Laurie mansion, and I was just looking up the story behind it, and man, it's creepy, man. It was so basically it was this French Creole lady named Delphine La Laurie, and she was, party girl, just one of those old types that would throw those big lavish parties. And she had slaves. She had slaves that she was basically torturing in the house, and she had them chained up and was beating them up and doing, beating them and doing all kinds of stuff to them. And she had one of her favorite targets. She had that girl chained. She had her chained up in the kitchen, and the girl just finally flipped out, and she like kicked the candle over or something. She kicked something over and caused a fire. And as the story goes, as the lady's house went up in flames, she was outside. People started gathering around. The mayor showed up, and they were trying to go inside to put the fire out. They were like, "Hey, you've got people in there," and Delphine was like, "No, no, don't worry about it. I'm not worried about my stuff. It's whatever." I see a buffering demon. Oh, there he is. Okay, but
Sub devil.
but no, they finally went in, even though she didn't want them to, and they managed to, they got the girl out, and then she told them to go upstairs. She told them there was more upstairs chained up, and they ran upstairs. They got the fire out, and they found the rest of her slaves chained up, and was just physically just torn up. She was torturing them,
Yeah.
and not just grown people, the children too, and they fled the country. They
So,
fled the country.
did she only have slaves just to torture them?
Pretty much. I mean, she was like she was basically Elizabeth Bathory without the blood drinking and the
Ooh.
blood bathing. But yeah, they
That's
got
just
the.
poor economics.
Well, you see, and two, also, this is the people. The story is the people got upset, but I was like, okay, but they were slaves, so how much trouble was she really going to get into? She and her family, they were able to flee the country. So evidently, the people
Yeah.
that found them weren't that torn up about it because you let her go.
Yeah, I mean,
Was this the same building that there was a whole series of American Horror Story that I think that was
Yeah.
based around?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Is it
Kathy
the same
Bates.
one?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same one. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So as the story goes, every person that's ever bought that house has ended up selling it pretty much right after buying it because of the ghosts.
Oh, double dropped.
No, he's still there.
What knocked me
And
off?
he's back.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn.
You aight, devil?
I try.
Well, judging by the state of the world, I'd say you're doing a dang good job.
Yeah. Exemplary.
Some days are better than others.
So, devil, now that you're here, question. So
All right.
tonight is Erie Travels night. We have landed in Louisiana. Have you, sir, ever been to Louisiana? And if so, have you been in New Orleans?
No.
But he has gone down to Georgia looking for a soul
Yeah.
to steal.
A couple
Yeah.
times.
That's true.
Is that why Sasquatch is missing tonight?
Well, he was in a bind and he was way behind.
And so I made a bad deal.
Yeah. Damn.
Sasquatch's real name is Faust.
Yeah, you know what's funny is actually the doctor's name is Faustus. The play got shortened to Faust, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was my nickname for him.
Right. Well, I mean, he called you Mephistopheles too. I mean, talk about your bad nicknames.
I know.
Isn't that like a Greek or a Mesopotamian word
No.
for?
It was made up for the play.
Okay.
It doesn't mean anything beyond that.
All right. I thought it had some kind of weird meaning to it.
Well, it sounds like it should, right? So I get
Yeah.
that, but no, the author just made that name up.
Maybe it was a brand for like toilet paper or something that he saw. I wonder oh, Mephistopheles.
Yeah, I mean,
Two ply.
it obviously it caught in the public imagination, and people will often like associate that name with the devil, which is why you've got that Marvel character Mephisto who has a shortened version of that name.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but and that's like his whole thing is making Faustian deals. So you know, he's a direct reference to that play.
Yeah, he is.
You know way too much about me, Sam.
I mean, you know, you gotta know your neighbors when you're moving to a neighborhood, right? Looking to eat it. You gotta know what you're up against. How chewy that meal's gonna be.
All right. I'm gonna share. So apparently, Cajun haunts. 11 most haunted places in Louisiana. Now, one thing I love about Louisiana is the houses, man. Those houses are in the nice
Beautiful.
areas. They're beautiful.
They can be, yeah.
Yeah.
You got your mangrove trees and your weeping willows and shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Myrtle's plantation.
everything you need to keep it nice and creepy.
And I think they
Yeah.
kept the slaves from running away. They didn't keep them chained up all the time.
Hey, oh, you don't want to go out there.
It's like
Yeah.
alligator
Oh.
Alcatraz, man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, go ahead and run. See how far you get.
Yep.
That's a real nice house I wouldn't be allowed in.
Yeah, for real, huh? So let's see. So speaking of plantation, this is the Myrtle's plantation, right? It is one of the most haunted places in Louisiana, built in 1796. This gorgeous antebellum estate is, of course, haunted. Here's what creeps in the shadows of Myrtle's plantation. Chloe's ghost. Chloe, a slave woman who was repeatedly arred by Clark Woodruff, the plantation's owner and local judge. She poisoned his wife, Sarah Woodruff, and two daughters, either in revenge or a misguided attempt to regain favor, and was hanged by fellow slaves. Sightings of a woman in a green turban have been common since the 1970s, and her form has been caught in several creepy photographs.
The hanged by fellow slaves is the interesting part.
They were
Yeah.
probably ordered to.
Mm.
You know, if that had been the case, they would have been. I think that would have been worded differently.
Well,
Hanged
the
by her
thing,
fellow ends.
but the thing is, you also have to look at it from their point of view. They could have been like, "You're gonna bring down a lot of shit on us," because
Yeah.
if all the fellow whiteys freaking find out that a slave murdered children, little white children, yeah, usually they tend to get angry, and
Right.
who knows
I mean, either
who would
that
get hit
or,
with shit.
or it's just a really aggressive game of dice.
I don't play dice down there, dude. They roll bones.
Yeah. Yeah, they play bones, though. Literally.
Yeah.
All right, let's see the second one. William Winter's murder. William Winter, a lawyer and the son-in-law of Sarah Woodruff, was shot on the front porch. Wasn't that from that movie Mandingo? Is that where they got that from? He allegedly crawled up the 17th step before collapsing. Visitors have reported hearing footsteps stop at that very step. And of course, the indigenous can't escape it. The Native American woman. It said that the plantation is built on a Native American burial ground. Oh, that's not good.
Of
With the
course.
ghost of a Native woman occasionally seen wandering the grounds.
Yeah, so it's cursed.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sure.
Haunted Mirror.
Poltergeist 4.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Said Poltergeist 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Haunted Mirror. The murdered souls of Sarah Woodruff and her two children are said to be trapped in a mirror. The mirror shows ghostly handprints and faces that fade away.
Oh, I bet that's what inspired that freaking Mirror movie.
Which one?
There was that one where the slaves had been transferring themselves through bodies. That was,
yeah. Skeleton Key. That was a good fucking movie.
And they used the mirror to do it.
Among other things, yeah.
Isn't that an 80s movie?
No.
Well, the original Skeleton Key came out, I think, in the 70s, but there was a remake with Kate Hudson, I want to say, about 15 years ago. That's also pretty solid.
Mm. Well, let's see. Bloodstain in the doorway. A human-sized bloodstain in the doorway refuses to be cleaned. Even after being scrubbed repeatedly, it returns.
Oh, that's kind of like what was that called? The Canterville Ghost.
Yeah,
a lot of tropes here.
There's a few bloodstains like that in America that refuse to be scrubbed away. The bloodstain where Joseph Smith fell in I want to say Carthage, Illinois, where he was shot in his cell, right? Still there to this day. They can't get it out. They've been trying to get it out for 100 and some odd years.
Wow.
Almost 200 years now. Yeah.
Have they heard of Kaboom? They work on everything. I'm just saying.
That's a fair point. I don't know. I haven't asked them, but I have seen it in person. It's still there.
That's crazy. Shot his spirit right into right in that blood and left it there in the cell. A voodoo practicing girl. Winter's young daughter, Kate, is said to haunt one of the bedrooms and practice voodoo on guests. She died tragically young of typhoid fever after a local priestess's voodoo ritual failed to heal her.
See, that just sounds like a movie synopsis.
All of these sound like
they all
movies.
do. Yeah.
Huh.
I'm going to press X for doubt.
So we did Lalaurie Mansion. I just talked about that. There's
Kathy Bates.
Yep,
Kathy Bates will get you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she don't get you with the voodoo. She don't get you with the
the Nicolas Cage.
I was gonna make a Waterboy reference, and all of that shit fucking just escapes me all of a sudden. You know, that woman is the devil.
Oh yeah. I invented electricity.
Yeah, but if
And
none
now
of that
with the
works,
feet.
she'll Jimmy Con you with the hobbling.
Man, do you think fucking Kathy Bates, when she's growing up, her mama said you're gonna be an actor because you just got creepy fucking eyes?
She's a really
gonna
good
work
actor
for you.
too.
You just look like you would be stalking people.
Let's see. Nicolas Cage in The Curse. What? In 2007, Nicolas Cage bought the mansion. He bought Lalaurie Mansion, hoping it would
He
inspire
bought a
him
lot
to
of
write
weird
He
shit.
would.
Yeah.
He bought it hoping it would inspire him to write a horror novel. Did this fool not watch The Shining?
No, he did not.
Instead,
Well, I mean,
he
he
had
probably
nightmares.
did. But
Hold on. Instead, he had nightmares and weird feelings of unease.
Oh,
Locals
shit.
whispered of a curse, and when he lost the property in 2009, some linked it to his career downturn. Cage even consulted a psychic and purchased a controversial burial plot near voodoo priestess Marie Laveau.
Dude,
I mean,
is
look,
any of that true?
well, so the
it
thing
has
about
to be
him
true.
Well, it's
losing
easy
all
to
of his
prove.
shit is, but it has to do with him making a bunch of really stupid, outlandish purchases and not paying fucking taxes on them.
Yeah.
Why do you
Making
think he makes
very
so many
bad career choices.
What? No,
And
he makes those movies because that's what allowed him to pay down his debt.
Yeah.
And FYI, Nicolas Cage would be amazing in a reboot of The Shining. He would play freaking Jack perfectly.
I'd
No,
like to see him
he
as the
would play
groundskeeper.
everyone, including the wife, including the kids.
He's on the big wheel going down the hallway. Then you see him.
He's
No,
there
imagine that.
Oh,
in
yeah?
the room
Twins,
talking
both
to a
twins.
younger version of himself about The Shining.
Hey, I got a history lesson for you with Nicolas Cage. There, back in the 90s, there was a push for him to be the main character in a movie that turned out to be Superman Returns.
Yeah, well, everyone
Yeah.
knows
They wanted
that.
him to
Yeah,
be
everybody knows
Superman.
that.
In fact, in The
Mhm.
Flash, they had a clip
Yeah.
of him in his Superman.
Yeah, they actually
suit
had
in
him
the
in
That's
it.
right,
Yeah.
they did. That's right,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
brought him back for that because with the original thing, which was going to be the one that was directed by Kevin Smith, and he was going to basically fight a giant spider in it.
Yeah.
They only ever got as far as the costume fitting, which is why there's footage of that and nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, didn't somebody talk him out of it? Or
No,
like,
no,
put
they
their foot down?
the studio pulled the
And
funding.
remember what they took from us, people.
No. But he had
I
like
remember
the
I was at
90s
work.
long
I
Superman
was at
hair.
work in the break room when I read about it, and we all just started laughing. We were like, of all the people to
Yeah.
choose after Christopher Reeve, you would have picked Nicolas Cage. We were laughing. We were like, nobody's gonna go see that movie. The guy's
Well,
going bald and everything. We were rolling.
To be fair, this was around the time he was riding high in Hollywood, right? He just come off like The Rock and Con Air and shit. Everybody wanted Nicolas Cage, so I mean, it's not a stretch to hire that guy for this. At that
It was for
time,
that. It was for Superman.
you know, because people would have gone just to see what happened with him in it. You know, like I would have
I wouldn't have
probably
wasted
paid
my
money
money.
to
Yeah.
see that, just because I was like, I can't believe this. This is going to be amazing. Because
I'm like, what the
it's gonna be
fuck is
terrible,
this gonna be?
right? You're getting
Yeah.
a show one way or the other, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wasted my
Damn.
money on it.
I'd have definitely wasted my money on it.
Yeah, me too.
And I know
But
that.
but the guy that they did get to play him, Brandon Ralph. I went to high school with his wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
She's a nice girl. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know her very well, but she was a nice girl.
she's an actor too,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, she's an actress. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Cool.
she played in a bunch of stuff too. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
she was in
I remember one of the
Supernatural.
guys I used to hang out with. That dude had her name is Courtney. That dude
Yeah.
he had a huge crush on her. We used to laugh because he would just stare at her. He would just
She's
stare
very
at her.
pretty. She is
What did she
very
play in
pretty.
Supernatural?
She played Jack's mother
Yeah, she played Jack's mom.
towards the end of the
Oh,
series.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's been in loads of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a popular girl in high school.
Who?
Yeah, yeah. I can see that.
So
Who? What?
but
The eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name.
It's the
Courtney
eyes.
something or other. I can't remember.
I think her last name was Ford. I think it was Courtney Ford.
Yeah, and then she.
Yeah. Well, I presume it's Ralph now.
I think in the Flash or Legends of Tomorrow or one of those fucking CW shows, she played the evil daughter of what's the guy's name with the blonde hair and the really blue eyes is always playing villains.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
McDonough. Something.
Yeah,
something
another one you
McDonough.
mean.
Yeah.
Neil McDonough.
Yeah, Neil McDonough.
Yeah.
He's just got that heel face.
Yeah. He does.
He's supposedly a really good guy in reality, but yeah, he always gets cast as like
he always
the
plays
dick.
villains. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
in
watched,
Tulsa King, he plays this like rancher who's in bed with the Chinese or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Star Trek First Contact the other day. And I was like, oh shit, he's in this as well. Fuck.
For a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he gets assimilated pretty fast.
It's a long minute. It was a surprisingly long minute, but yeah,
Right.
he was there.
Right. But I mean, you go back to Star Trek, like you can find all kinds of like wild, like the guy who plays Ben Sisko's father in Deep Space Nine plays a fucking admiral in one of the Shatter movies.
Oh yeah.
You know, or Michael Dorn, who plays Worf famously, also played a Klingon in The Undiscovered Country during the trial
Yes.
sequence. But he
Mhm.
wasn't playing Worf. He was playing a different Klingon with the exact same makeup.
But I think they did retroactively make it out as though that was like Wolf's grandfather or
Yeah,
something.
like his grandfather or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was like you can find all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh, thank you, Larry.
What?
Just her staring into my soul for the past 45 years has been driving me nuts.
I'm sorry, Aaron.
Inside Aaron's head, you could hear that dun 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 dun.
Yeah. A little Carmina Burana action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortuna.
Pretty much, yeah.
Here
Yeah, I mean,
comes
you look at all
Excalibur.
these. You're talking about creepy. Marie Laveau. So this is what Chris. So he bought. So Christian. So he bought. Nicolas Cage bought a plot next to this lady.
Of course he would.
St. Louis's Cemetery Number 1 is home to Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen's tomb, known for her healing and voodoo. She was sought after by people from all levels of society in the 19th century. Visitors leave offerings or mark the tomb with X's in the hopes of having their wishes granted.
Yep.
She's a
to this
corpse.
day. She was the voodoo queen of New Orleans, man.
Even Nicolas Cage, captivated by her supernatural power, purchased a burial plot near her grave, a towering white pyramid in St. Louis Cemetery Number 1. Her ghost has been seen around the cemetery in her trademark red and white turban, and some claim to even felt her wrath, reporting scratches, pinches, or even being shoved by unseen hands.
Sure.
I mean, it's
it
a
sucks to be dead.
cemetery. That could be anybody.
Yeah.
It could be somebody who died from seeing Kathy Bates' eyes too long.
That could be some goth kids who've got nowhere else to go.
Right.
Could be.
Now, Marie Laveau, like while she was steeped in voodoo, very much so, very much a legendary practitioner of it. As voodoo goes, now take this with a grain of salt. As voodoo goes, she wasn't that bad. Like she was what they call a hongan, which is like a white magic practitioner, as opposed to a Bokor who is, you know, usually extremely selfish and self-motivated, and they're the ones who like make zombies and shit out of.
Yeah, you gotta
people.
watch out for Parkour.
Oh, it's the difference between you do voodoo and you do voodoo.
Yeah, it's the difference.
Wait a minute. I thought parkour was like jumping off of walls and buildings.
It is. Devil was being a smartass. His dyslexia is getting
better than being a dumbass.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
So, but no, she was. The difference was a little bit more like this, Abe. It's like if you met her, you would be very cautious because you still didn't want to piss her off. If you met one of the actually evil ones, you kiss your ass goodbye. It's that simple. You'd probably get away unscathed with her, probably, as long as you didn't piss her off. Because you gotta keep in mind, even if there was no like real supernatural power to this, she had a legion of devoted people who would do anything she said with a snap of her fingers.
This is in a country where everybody's armed, though.
Yeah, doesn't matter if there's fucking 200 people bearing down on you and you got a pistol.
Yeah, you ain't got enough.
Yeah, buy a faster weapon.
You ain't got enough buckshot.
Holy shit!
You're getting killed. Period. You're not going to be able to shoot all of them before they get to you.
Just walk in there and say, "See this woman? She is a bitch." Pull out the Gatling gun and just start going to town.
Not Hasanabi, dude. They weren't commies. So I'm just saying that, like, even if there was nothing to the supernatural aspect of it, which I am not convinced that there isn't, but even if there isn't, it wouldn't matter because she held so much political and cultural and societal sway in the area that what she wanted happened, period.
Yeah. A polite warlord is what we might call them.
Terrified of, so they would do what they said too.
Yeah.
Even the university is haunted.
Yeah, they probably used to hang people in the courtyard, dude.
Cadavers were used for medical studies. Okay, hauled. Okay,
they are in every university.
Yeah.
But did they do an exorcism? The exorcism of Hazel in 1968. The students in Budding Hall summoned a spirit named Hazel via a Ouija board. Things took a dark turn when the board spelled out "cut stomach, kill Neil." One of the students, Neil, collapsed due to appendicitis the following morning. An exorcism was performed by Father Harold Cohen, S.J. afterwards.
Dude, I keep telling people don't fuck with Ouija.
Yeah, leave them Ouija boards alone.
Yeah.
Again, it's been a minute since we talked about this, chat, but I'm gonna reiterate this once again. The reason that you don't mess with Ouija, right? And I know not everybody here believes in the supernatural. I do. It is a part of my faith. The reason you don't fuck with Ouija,
I firmly believe in the Bee Gees.
Sure. You can tell by the way you use your walk. You're a ladies' man. No time to talk.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. And I quite often get night fever.
I'm sure you do. Point is, a Ouija board is a key. The problem is it's like a skeleton key. You can put it, you turn the key, you don't know what fucking lock you're opening. Right? You have no idea what's on the other side at any given time. Don't fuck with them. Just don't.
Yeah, because 10 out of 10 times what you're summoning is not really who you're looking for.
But and that's the thing. Like you don't get a choice in any of that stuff. You turn the key, but what comes through, if anything, is not up to you, or where it goes to, or where it comes from. Right?
Or what it does to you.
It's just a bad idea. Just leave them the fuck alone, folks. It's not a game. Parker Brothers kind of fucked a lot of generations up with that.
Yeah, they did. They opened a door for that mess. The Bentley Hotel. What else? The Mancac. How do you pronounce that? Manche Swamp?
Manchas. Manchac?
Manchacs.
I don't know.
Mancac just sounds wrong.
Yeah, Mancac Swamp.
Behold, the swamp of shit.
The swampy cack.
Hey, look at this. Tanga oh boy. Tangi Paoa Tangi Paoa Parish.
It looks like Tangi. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got you. That sounds
Tangi
right.
T Parish. Or
Tangi Baha.
Tangipahoa?
Oval T Parish.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Louisiana is the only state in the country that doesn't use counties. They call them parishes.
Because everybody keeps dying
Yeah.
in them.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a religious church thing, I think, back in the day. But yeah.
Well, let's see.
Over here, even today, we still have counties and parishes.
Yeah.
Right.
But
the parishes are run by the churches.
Yeah, but we only have
They're usually smaller areas.
Well,
everybody else uses counties.
There's a story
Yeah.
with this swamp. Let me read it. Once upon a time, the small town Frenier stood along the shores of Lake next to the lake, snuggled in what is now the eerily beautiful Mancac Swamp, part of the Tangi.
Whoa. Did I just come back to Larry saying Mancock?
Mancock, yeah. That's worse than Mancac.
Near enough. Yeah.
Mancac kick something swamp next to the Tangi Tartan Tang Parish.
Welcome to the swamp of penis and shite, you bastards.
Let's see. Frenier was doing well, booming with his cabbage farming and sauerkraut production until everything changed on September 29, 1915, when a Category 4 hurricane wiped the town off the map. The town's fate is forever linked to Julia Brown, a local healer or traiteuse, revered for her herbal remedies and feared by some for her rumored connection to voodoo. In the days leading up to her death, Julia would often sit on her porch singing a chilling song. When I die, I take the whole town with me. When I die, I take the whole town. And it says, as if fulfilling a prophecy, on the day of her burial, the hurricane struck, destroying Frenier and killing 275 people. Many of the bodies were never recovered, and those that were found were buried in a mass grave deep in the swamp. Julia's own grave is isolated, separated from the rest. Today, visitors to the Mancac Swamp report hearing the ghostly cries of the lost townspeople, and if you're lucky or unlucky, Julia Brown singing somewhere through the cypress trees.
Is it the same song, though, because she has died?
Down by the riverside.
She's like, when I died, I took the whole town with me.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a temporality clause that's inserted into her sentences.
Right. That reminds me of a really great song called When I Die. It's I think it's by a group called Down with Silver, something like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a fun song.
Cool.
So I had to look that up to see how it was pronounced. I think it's Manchac. It comes from the word Imashaka, which is a Choctaw word meaning the rear entrance, the backside or the rear.
Somehow this got worse.
Yeah, Manchac just took on a totally different fucking...
Is this the origin of the term swamp ass?
That mancock went straight up in that mancac.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this the origin of the term swamp ass? Is this where this comes from?
I think it could be, yeah.
Probably.
It's a literal translation
rear
of the
entry.
name swamp ass.
Welcome to Shitstorm Swamp.
I mean, and it sucks too because that town was right. It was right in the brown eye of that hurricane.
There it is.
Mancock. Rear entry.
That's the whole problem with like parts of the South, right? So like Louisiana's got a long history of being involved with the French and with the Haitians and all of that stuff, right? So like you've got your Creoles, you've got your your Cajuns,
French.
you've got, just actual French, and the local natives and all the, plus whatever else, just kind of got mixed in there. So you've got a
Native
variety of languages and like Pidgin French and a bunch of other stuff all going on. And all these people are fucking naming shit, right? So you don't know if you're going to, if the word is Choctaw or if it's fucking French or if it's some bastardized form of English or even Spanish, because a lot of Spanish traders went through there too. It's a mess in Louisiana.
I don't go there.
There wouldn't have been a lot of difference between the Spanish and French names either, so
no, not really.
They could have just evolved over time.
Yeah.
Front Street. So these are a collection of some of the haunted roads. Right? Bayou Sail Road in Dulac, Louisiana.
The lake?
Dulac.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's French for the lake.
The lake.
Or of the
The story
lake.
goes, the poor soul of a wandering hitchhiker's ghost can be seen on this road. People say a woman ghost reaches out her hand to touch cars as they pass by. This stretch of LA 57 is super dark with a bunch of twists and turns that have led to several accidents. Supposedly, every accident has ended with vehicles crashing into the swamp that runs alongside the creepy road in South Terrebonne Parish. Bayou Sail Road is between the towns of Dulac and Chauvin. I guess as in Derek Chauvin.
It's probably got the French inflection on it where it's Chauvin, but yeah.
That sounds like a wine or a brandy or something.
I think it's a region in France, actually.
Yeah.
Do you speak Blue Jay English or just Pidgin English? I'll tell you what I speak. I speak honky bonics, y'all.
Oh boy,
it's legit.
So it says here, Natch it touches.
This is always the highlight of the show. Just hearing Larry struggle to pronounce things.
I think it's Natchitoches.
Natchitoches, Louisiana is the oldest city in the state, established in 1714. It is also the oldest permanent settlement in the Louisiana Purchase territory. Residents say the ghosts of Confederate soldiers are spotted wandering down Front Street at night. Any city this old is bound to have a ton of haunted history. Front Street runs along the Cane River and is also a major tourist site with several shops, stores, restaurants, and boutiques. Tina Rachel, the owner of Plantation Treasures, talked about the store being haunted to the point that things would be broken and people would get their hair pulled. So, the ghosts are in there snatching hair.
Yeah.
Those ghosts have to be women because women go for the hair.
Yeah. Snatching weaves out as people walk past.
Like, bitch.
Oh, hell no.
I hate to say this, but I can say this, and I'm not trying to be racial about it. Can you imagine if some black lady with a long weave walked up in there and one of them ghosts just snatched her ball, just snatched the wig or the extension, just snatched it right out. You talk about that woman would be so mad, and then what is she gonna do? It's a ghost. I mean, she could throw all the punches in the world, she's not gonna connect.
I mean, what is she gonna spin around and be like, "Oh hell no, ghost ass heaven, motherfucker"?
Hold up for a second.
With that wall.
Let me. I got a question for you, Larry, because this is something that I can't answer on account of I don't know too many people who wear extensions. But like the wig thing, yeah, that'll come right off. But if somebody's wearing extensions, aren't they typically like somebody else's hair or like horse's hair or whatever? But it's like woven into your own natural hair.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and it's gonna.
And
it's gonna take some real hair out too.
Yeah.
Don't do that, folks. Leave it to the ghosts.
Yeah, for real. The ghosts are already dead. There's nothing else she can do. There's nothing else that can be done.
They're already dead and they're gonna get slapped.
I mean, look. There are some situations in which it's okay to pull a lady's hair. You just don't want to pull it too hard.
Well, I don't pull it.
All
I
right.
don't pull it at all. I don't pull any of the hair on any part of a woman's body. I don't pull it.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking do.
God
You
damn
get
it.
paid to do that though.
But only if they like it.
Oh boy, are you flirting with Aaron?
No, not really. I think I might be flirting with Devil though. He keeps looking away like he's all shy and shit.
Yeah.
You want to pull Devil's chest hair?
He's been growing his hair out too.
I mean,
That's why he's wearing
I
that
could
beanie.
probably braid it into his beard at this point.
Oh boy. Okay. All right, where are we at? Okay, on to the next one. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I gotta set this up.
Oh, fair enough. Devil's almost your out time.
Yeah, I gotta go. I just got home when I got on Ballbusters, so I gotta eat some dinner before the pub. I'm starving.
Cool.
All right, brother. We're almost done, so they'll be over there.
Yep.
All
You
right.
want to go ahead and shill?
We're
before
back
you-
to.
And by the way, Devil, because you weren't here yet, so we rolled for the next Monsters Ball is coming from the Real Serial Killers list, and rolled, and we got Richard Ramirez versus Ted Bundy.
Interesting.
So we're back on the hour for the pub?
Yep, I'll be at the pub here in an hour, and so will a couple of these guys, and I'll see
Cool.
everyone there, hopefully. Night.
All right,
Otherwise,
see you later. See you soon.
See you later, bud.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. I don't know if I should
Cool.
just manually boot him. He just was like hanging out, like a little too, like when somebody's standing in your doorway and just won't quite get the fuck out so you can close it.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, look, I love my friends, but there comes a point in the evening where I'm like, go away. I want to go to fuck to bed.
It's like, you leave now, minion.
You're listening, Devil. I'm just fucking with you, sort of. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't know. Louisiana is an interesting place because it has one of the longest histories of like most of the settled areas in the contiguous United States. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think Hawaii's history is probably a little longer, but to be fair, they were a sovereign kingdom up until the 1950s. So,
Yeah. And most of their history that we now refer to is largely fake.
well, I mean, it's pretty hard to keep records when everything keeps getting wet. You're island hoppers and these itty bitty canoes and shit.
Yeah.
Like writing stuff down is sort of counterproductive in that situation, I think. So that's why they painted
Yeah,
on
I
everything.
would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they painted on everything, but because they didn't write shit down,
Yeah.
people kind of forgot what the painting stood for. So
It's a fatal flaw in civilizations.
Yep. Like this guy.
That's Devil's devil form.
This is AI, isn't it?
So this is
Yeah.
So we are heading into the cryptid of the area. What is this dang thing called? He's called the Rougarou.
Oh, okay. I know what that is. Yeah.
Okay.
You should be afraid of my Louisiana swamps. Hello, I am the Rougarou. I stalk the shadows, waiting for people like you to cross my path. My existence is a testament to the darkness that dwells within these swamps, a darkness that calls to me like a siren's song. I was once a man,
cursed by my own folly to become this monstrous being.
Now I roam these marshes in search of prey, my hunger insatiable, my thirst for blood unquenchable. I watch as fools like you venture into my domain, clueless of the danger that lurks in the darkness. You come seeking adventure, but you will find only
terror and despair.
I am the guardian of these swamps, the harbinger of doom for those who dare to trespass. My howls echo through the night, a warning to all who would dare to challenge me. So, Heed my words, mortals, and stay far from the depths of Louisiana's wilderness, lest you become another victim of the Rougarou's curse. I am the...
Got it.
So this is a spin on werewolf lore. In fact, the name itself is a bastardization of the French word for werewolf, which is loup-garou, which is actually 2 words, which literally means wolf man. And it's just a kind of a Cajunized bastardization of that pronunciation. So essentially, this is a werewolf, but with like a swampy, deep south twist, and it's got some like vampiric tendencies slapped onto there too. But essentially, this is just like a localized werewolf.
It's just a werewolf walking around with a bottle of Tennessee whiskey in his hand, not realizing he's in
Yeah, totally localized. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
I got lore for you. Okay, so here we go. I'm repping my Po' Boy shirt from New Orleans T-shirt company. So here we go. This is about the Rougarou right there. The Rougarou actually stems from the French, from the 16th century. It actually in France is called, if you know what the French term is for werewolf, loup-garou. It got changed to Rougarou because the L and the R are soft consonants, and it was changed when they came to Louisiana.
You know, the French pronounce
so
right,
they brought their legends with them, and it also mixed with the Native American legends of like the shape-shifting owl witch and the skinwalkers and everything that the indigenous people encountered because they had lived in the area for thousands of years before anyone else had come down there. So they had already had all of their legends. So comes the Rougarou, and he is a werewolf, but he also can take the shape of why everyone thinks he's kind of like Bigfoot or Yeti or anything like that, or like the skunk ape, is because that's one of the shapes he can take. But he is kind of like a shape-shifting werewolf. He is one of the legends is that he is a man that's cursed, and he is very aggressive. He is extremely aggressive. Anyone who has ever come in contact with him and confronted him or like raised a weapon have been attacked by him. And there are many, many stories about not going into the swamps deep at night. You don't want to be confronted because he can hide in the swamps, and he's very tall. So like I said, when I was talking about how like the trailer that I lived in with my mom, the window was at the very top of my bedroom. And since the trailer was on cinder blocks, it made it about 10 feet out of in the air. And I could see the face and the eyes of this thing looking in. So it was very, very tall. There weren't trees next to the trailer and nothing like that. But the Rougarou is part of the Louisiana indigenous lore and everything like that. Like I said, it was brought over by the French. He's kind of like a werewolf. If he bites or scratches you or attacks you in any way, the curse can potentially be passed on to you. Parents used to tell their kids all the time, you know how some parents are like, oh, you got to behave yourself or the boogeyman's going to get you or something. No, in Louisiana, it's the Rougarou. Behave yourself and don't go in the woods at night and don't go down into the swamp at night. The Rougarou will grab you and eat you. So that is the Rougarou. There's actually there is a man who has set up this foundation using the legend of the Rougarou to help save the Louisiana swamplands and the coast and everything like that from eroding because it's degrading at a very fast rate because of climate change. And he has created this entire foundation to help save it using the legend of the Rougarou. And it's really cool. And they have there's a Rougarou festival and everything every year. It's the most amazing thing. So yes, even in Louisiana, we take all of our creepy, weird legends and our cryptids and we turn it into something positive. We turn it into something good. We turn it into a party. So that is the Rougarou. It is very scary. I only encountered it. It only looked in my window a couple of times. Then I never saw it again or of course, after that, all I saw was a dragon. That's a story for a different time because I only saw the dragon at night too. So that just made it even crazier. But yes, that is the story of the Rougarou. A lot of people, especially in southern Louisiana, have encounters with it at shapeshifted. Like they would see it and they say, oh, there's this big monster in the swamp when they're fishing at night and stuff like that. And then they go and they don't see it again. But they see a different type of creature. Sometimes they would see animals that don't look quite right. And it's similar to how the indigenous people had the legends of their skinwalkers and the encounters with like the shape-shifting owl witch and everything from the legends in the area, because the indigenous people had been settled there for thousands of years before anyone else had shown up. But the Rougarou is part of those legends, and it has been seen.
Kind of.
I don't remember the last verified sighting of it, but that's one of our cryptids. So let me know in the comments if you guys want more stories. I have a ton of ghost stories from Louisiana, and I live in Texas now, and I have a bunch of weird, creepy stuff that's happened here in Texas too. So yeah, let me know.
So
well, what I got from that, Sam, is she doesn't like to have her hair pulled.
You know what? She may not like to have her hair pulled. She also doesn't like to, enunciate anything ever.
Mhm.
And the fact that she's conflating this with like skinwalkers, which come from different tribes regionally entirely. I mean, the most lore you're going to find for skinwalkers are going to be from the Southwest Indians, particularly the Hopi and the Navajo, mostly the Hopi. If you want information on them, that's who you go talk to. They don't live anywhere
And
near
that,
the
folks,
swamps.
is where we get hopium from.
Well, they also were real big on like swastika Mandelas, but anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Just she said something about seeing a dragon too at night.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, just snuck that in there.
In a
Yeah, I
region.
saw
Oh
dragons,
yeah, and dragons and shit. No worries.
Like in the swamp, because swamps like deserts are prone to making people hallucinate and see mirages.
Yeah.
At night.
But a dragon?
Like, if she'd seen it in the daytime, I might have given her a little more credence, but like people see shit at night that isn't fucking there.
Yeah, like dragon.
Are you saying that there aren't really swamp dragons down there?
I'm not saying there aren't. I'm saying that I doubt very much that that's what she saw.
I don't know. I think we need to do some experiments.
Yeah.
I think what she saw was the top end of an alcohol bottle.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. Wait a minute. Aaron, were you referencing Terry Pratchett just now?
No, I wasn't.
Swamp dragons are a thing on the disc, but they're tiny and cute, and they explode when they get excited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
okay.
Adorable.
People use them to light their cigars.
Hey, come here, explode. What? Blow up.
Well, no, they breathe fire too, but when they get nervous or excited, they explode and die.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I get that.
And you don't want them piddling on your carpet because it's corrosive, because they're dragons.
Well, you don't want them exploding on your carpet either.
Yeah, well, if
Yeah.
they explode in your vicinity, that's going to be the least of your fucking worries. You're going to die too.
Yeah. All right. This is the last video.
Depending on who you talk to, there seems to be several ways to become a Rougarou. In one article, Professor Ancelet mentioned that sometimes a person becomes a Rougarou voluntarily, while at other times the person is cursed into one. Another source claims that a Rougarou's eyes must be avoided, or else the curse will be passed on to you. Another version of the legend states that a person who is bitten by a Rougarou and becomes one themselves must not speak about it when in human form for 101 days. This is referred to as being under the spell of the Rougarou. If or when the Rougarou draws the blood of a victim, the curse transfers to that victim, and the attacking creature is released from the curse. However, the former Rougarou remains weakened and a bit sickly from the experience, and they never speak of it due to shame and the fear of being killed. Legends say that almost all the victims know who the Rougarou who cursed them is in human form. Other versions of the legend describe the Rougarou as a type of headless horseman, resulting from the curse of a witch. In this scenario, only a witch can make a Rougarou, by either turning into a wolf herself or cursing others with lycanthropy. American screenwriter and filmmaker Glenn Petra has another version of how one becomes a Rougarou. In this scenario, a person commits a transgression of some sort, then they become a Rougarou. He also stated that outcasts in the community or somewhat eccentric people often become objects of suspicion, the idea being that they're probably a Rougarou. So how do we get all these variations? Oral tradition. The problem with oral tradition is that these stories or accounts can be altered over time within the same group. Now consider how many groups of people are handing these stories down in many areas throughout the region, and what we see is that the stories seem to change from region to region. Hence, we get 101 versions
they're
of more or
bullshit.
less the same story.
Yeah. Or they're talking about different things and just slapping the same name on it.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, Headless
Yeah.
Horseman, they're covering all the bases.
So that whole
Yeah,
the
it
whole
al-
witch curse
It
thing.
also, yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Well, that's again, that's old world. That's like fucking Eastern Europe lore, right? You could technically be cursed by a wolf. You could also be or by a witch into becoming a werewolf. You could also be cursed by God. If, for example, in some of the stories, you drank water from a wolf's paw print, you would be cursed with it. If you wore a magical girdle made out of wolf skin, you could become one intentionally.
Yeah.
They also used to say that people who were vampires and witches in life would be destined to be cursed to be vampires when they died, kind of thing. Like there was all kinds of weird shit, and only some of that seemed to make its way over to Louisiana, and it got mixed around with a bunch of local shit. And yeah,
Yeah, it sounds very much like the tale of Hans the Hedgehog. It's an old Germanic tale.
Yeah.
Whereby a boy who was born because his mother so desperately wanted a child, she would accept any child she could, no matter how grotesque it would be. And so the gods cursed her to have a hedgehog-human hybrid child.
Wasn't this referenced in The Witcher?
It might have been.
There was a hedgehog-looking dude in that TV show. I don't know if it's in the books. I never read them.
I don't know. I've never seen it. And I'm never going to either, based on what I've heard of it.
It's in the first season, which is the only one I watched.
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, over time, like a lot of those tropes are built into that very same story. Like he finally gets a wife, and he can only become human if she never tells the secret of his origins. And then at the end of the day, if she could have kept the secret, then he'd be free. He'd be a man again. And if she failed, he'd be cursed to be a hedgehog man forever.
Yeah, that sounds
But
like
the power of love wins out. It's okay.
Sure.
Spoilers. Spoilers for
there's an easy
a story
fix there.
that's 3,000 years old.
Just don't tell the woman that where your origins are.
How is a human woman going to have sex with a porcupine man?
Really carefully and slowly.
Painfully.
Like very.
Well, the trick was is that at night he'd take his skin off, his animal skin, and underneath he'd be a regular, normal human man. So she could still sleep with the man, but she had to keep his secret of being a beast during the day.
Okay, that makes sense. Just take it right off. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the problem with that. When was the last time that you met a woman who could keep a secret?
Yes, that's why he ended up cursed forever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
until her love was so overbearing, it broke the curse.
Yeah.
She was a bunny boiler. Or in this instance, a hedgehog boiler. Yeah.
All right, folks. All right, let's thank you guys for joining us. Let's go around. Aaron, do you have anything?
My name is Aaron. I'm usually in the chat. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Sam?
welcome.
Yeah.
No, you're welcome. Like you're like I said last week, you're always welcome on the panel, so you know how to get on. Is Abe?
Well, I didn't expect to be back online until Monday. So I guess all my usual streams are back up and running like normal. So check out my Twitter page at Abe's Gonna Get You, and we'll keep everyone informed.
All right, Sam.
Next thing up, obviously, we got the pub here in about 40 minutes, give or take. We also have Screaming Into the Void tomorrow, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And then if Amira goes live, I'll be helping out over there tomorrow night. Whether she does or doesn't, just kind of affects the time I'm going to be doing this. It doesn't really affect whether I'm going to or not. But I will probably also be doing another Sekiro stream tomorrow night, and then we start that back up again on Monday because I'm not streaming anything on Sunday. And then yeah, just keep an eye out for the game streams. There will be a Whispering in the Dark at some point next week, probably before Thursday, before Thanksgiving, maybe Wednesday night, whatever it is. I'm not sure exactly, just because it's getting towards the end of the month and it's time for that anyway. And then next Friday, we'll be right back here for more Abyssal Musings. Thanks for coming, folks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And as for me, I'll be here next week, same place. Well, hopefully, I may or may not be. I don't know for sure yet. I'll let you know. But I will definitely be in the chat moderating for the Exiled Lioness if she chooses to go on tomorrow. That's all I've got.
Indeed. All right. So thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you to Aaron Laura for gracing us with her presence again. Thanks to Abe for being very difficult to scrape off one's shoe, as it were. You know, even when his internet died, we still
well,
couldn't get rid of
thanks.
him. That was a joke,
Okay,
buddy.
now.
That was a joke. Sort of. Anyway,
sake.
yeah, no, we appreciate all of you. We thank all of you, and we'll see you all next time. Remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Toodles.